A very good morning to everyone around the world, pool fans everywhere from the convention centre here in the beautiful city of San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's semi-finals day here for the women and our first match between two ladies hoping to make it to the final later today at 2 p.m. The current world women's 10-ball champion from Taiwan, Chou, against Wei Chen, WEI. Your referee for this one is John Lehman. It's 2 races to 4, nothing changes. It's 10-ball, it's call shot. And calling the shots with me in the booth is the legendary Mr. Jim White. Good morning, Jim.
Very good morning to you, Mark, and what a pleasure to be here. As you said, semi-final day. And only 4 remain. 64 started out. We're down to the last 4, and I was asking you a little bit about these ladies and the matchup here today, and you said this is basically the flip of a coin. And given that it's 10 o'clock in the morning, I know a lot of players don't like morning matches. We're going to find out which one of these is fit for the fight early.
Who's had the most coffee, Jim?
Yeah, and it's a fine balance of caffeine because you don't want that arm too shaky.
Yeah, she's made a ball on the break here, Chou. And she's played some good stuff this week. That's why she's here.
She's got a unique cue too, I see, with the long, I don't know if that's a wrapped linen ferrule she's got on the end of that cue, but if we get a chance, I wouldn't mind having a closer look at it.
Yep. Yeah, interesting. It's the only one like it that I've seen on the tour.
Funny enough, I use that playing snooker, a wrapped linen. It almost looks like a fiber ferrule. Softer hit, lets you feel the cue ball.
Wow,
so
I'm gonna have to try that. Have you still got the same cue?
I do. I certainly do. Thank you very much, John Paris. I do have the same cue.
Oh, John Paris, the legend from Romford in the UK, makes a great cue. So Wei Chen, both players from Taiwan. Good hit. Did she call the 3, I wonder?
Yeah, very good hit.
Yeah, 2 classy players.
Kicked that right into the area she was hoping, and she hasn't left anything easy for Chou here either.
Yeah, and Chou has come through the hard way. She was sent to the loser's side early on by Amber Chen, Canada Open champion. So she's played a couple more matches than WEI. She likes to be called WEI. Very good friends with Kelly Fisher.
Well, that's a mistake, an early mistake. It's the first rack. Players have had a little time hitting balls, but again, it is 10 a.m. local time here. And another thing with me, Mark, and I can't speak for all the players, I never used to like eating before I played. And you get up in the morning, and some people like to have big breakfast, some don't.
Yeah, I've read several CueSports books in the past, and they all, or the majority of them, say try not to eat too heavy before you play, if at all.
Yeah, it keeps you sharp.
And don't read small print, I read as well. But the trouble was I was reading small print at the time, psyching myself up for my match.
The first real opportunity falling to WEI here. He's got a nice angle on this too. Everything's in the open. This is just lassoing that cue ball and keeping it under control. And you know, these players are so good. You know, they're so skilled. We tend to give them all the shots, you know, when they're in the open, but you've always got to deliver that cue straight through on the intended line. Now, that's what all those countless hours of practice count for.
You know, I think it's fair to say, you know, most players at this level, they all know the angles in which you've got to hit the object ball. It's just striking that cue ball where you mean to, getting on the line of the shot, keeping the head still. Concentration, it's just so much that you need to bring together. And these players do it so regularly, monotonous regularity.
And all fundamentally sound, solid bridge hand. That's the foundation. That doesn't move. You know, you try to keep your head still as you deliver the cue. That way your eyes don't move. But then nerves always play a part.
Them pesky nerves. They've got a mind of their own, Jim. Oh, done well there. I thought she was just going to catch that 9 ball, but didn't. That would have spoilt the party.
Yeah, but just marginally overhit. You have to play this with just a trace of left-hand spin, and that increases the degree of difficulty.
Yeah, we do have another semi-final going on our Facebook page. Cheska Centeno from Philippines, the young Filipino. They call her the Filipino Josh Filler. Very quick left-handed player, fantastic. She's up against Jasmine Ocean, who, well, Jasmine was sent to the one-loss side by guess who? Cheska Centeno.
Interesting.
On a shootout.
Nice shot there from WEI. Beautifully controlled that cue ball because it was a fine cut on that 7, and speed was everything. And I can't tell you how big this first set is, because you win the first set, you're guaranteed at worst a shootout. So first rack in the first set going to WEI.
Yeah, that went Wei's way, I suppose you could say. Now, in addition to this ladies' Medalla Light Puerto Rico Open, of course, we have the other open event, and I say it's not the men's, it is open to anyone, and a couple of the women did actually play in the men's, I'd say men's event, and that's still going on. We're down to the quarterfinals, and coming up after these 2 semi-finals that we're doing right now is going to be the semi-finals of the men. Now, the last 8 in the men's, Ralph Suke is up against Daniel Maciel from Poland. Jonas Salto Comino is up against Ko Pin Yi. Roberto Gomez, Superman, still flying high. He's up against Jesus Etentio. And Eklund Kachi is up against Filipino legend Carlo Biardo. So 4 of those names that I've just given you will be on these 2 tables next. That's coming up at midday today. If you want to watch any of those matches, guys, you can go right there now. Now then, we have a new way to watch. Go to tv.kazoom.com, and it's a new big advantage. If you go to there, it's so much easier to register, and you can use it on your phone as well. So you can watch any one of those quarterfinals, guys, by going to tv.kazoom.com. Head over there now, and it's self-explanatory. Here we go. WEI breaking off, leading 1-0.
Flush on the 1, 2 into the side.
Shot on the 1, maybe. Oh, you black look. It's just come in the 8 ball at the last second and spoilt it. Watch her eyes. She's thinking, I've got a shot on the 1 here. I've got a shot. No, I haven't.
For a moment, she had a shot.
I wonder, will she take this in the side, Jim? I know it's thin. Big pocket.
Yeah, it's a little too thin from that angle. You do have to adhere to the laws of physics.
It is, yes. Sorry, looking at it from that angle, yeah. It's... one can hope, Jim.
Mind you, some of the shots they're capable of playing have shocked me in the past. You never quite see the table the way the player does. A little bit, sometimes like watching a chess match from the outside. You know, you might see different angles and different moves, but you're not the one that's under pressure in there. She's looking at the 1-8. High risk, but high reward. And I think the only reason she's taking this shot on, Mark, is there's no easy safety. So if you're going to go down, you might as well go down firing.
Yep. Go down swinging.
Tough shot.
Well, will she regret that? We'll find out.
No.
Not easy.
the one, maybe half a pocket to that side. Chou's just going over to have a look at it, and that was the intended target pocket had she gotten the 8.
Yeah.
Tough to tell again whether or not enough of that side pocket is on offer. Certainly the corner pocket, but that doesn't avail the same positional values as being able to play that one into the side. So a little bit to think about here.
There you see on your screens,
Yeah,
we have a shot clock in use here, Jim. 30 seconds.
Yeah, she's had a look at it.
She's digging down. She's playing this in the corner. Oh, what a shot this is!
Wow.
Now, has she got? I'm not going to say it because you're going to call me crazy. If the 3 doesn't go, has she got a 3-10 carom?
Possible. Possible again. Difficult to tell from our camera angle.
No, she's going for the 3, Jim. Or playing safe or something, yeah. Bit of safety. Erring on the side of caution.
Again, where that 5 is on the left-hand side, that's very tricky. Everything else is in the open. But you do have to feel that this 3 could be the key ball in this rack. So vital for WEI to contact the 3 here.
5's a little bit awkward as well, isn't it? Well, that's opened up the... Oh, that's a nice little rub. Look at that.
Yeah, it never hurts to get a little roll here and there.
Well, there's a thin edge, Jim, maybe, but it doesn't really help her very much.
It's got the edge of the 3. Could maybe slide it over towards that 8. Oh, she's looking to kick at it. Oh, that's a mistake. That was not a difficult hit. She's looking at it, a little surprised by failing to contact that 3. But when we saw the camera angle, it looked like she had the edge of the 3 and she might be able to slide it over towards the 5 and the 8. Little surprised she missed that, though.
Maybe she got a little trace of unwanted English. Well, she's going for the 10 here.
And the reason she's doing this is because of where that 5 is located. That's in such an awkward area that the 3-10, even though high risk, it's worth the shot.
That was a fantastic view there of the concentration and focus on her eyes. Look at that, eyes on the prize, Jim. And the prize is that 10 ball. If it goes in, oh.
A little bit of movement there.
Yes.
Mark, she was just up off that cue a little early. See the head come up?
And if you come up, your cue moves slightly. Maybe you get a little bit of side on the cue ball. Yeah, brings you offline.
That's a let off.
Oh, I like this. I like this shot a lot. Well, I don't know now. Has she pushed on the combo? Is there room for the cue ball to squeeze down through there, Jim? Well, there certainly is.
Not exactly sure what she's called here. She can get through to this 3. She's going to try and keep that cue ball behind the 9. Now she left an edge of that 3 for Chou to be able to contact.
Yeah, Chou came through the hard route, Jim. She beat Kelly Fisher in the last round. Caroline Powell, who is the US ladies #1 at the moment in the US. Kim Newsom, Emily Duddy, the billiard bombshell. She overcame her. Jerry Eng, our oldest competitor as well, 80 years old, Jerry Eng, and she's always the first here to practice in the mornings. She loves it.
Well, that was a bit of a mistake. Safety, as you can see, the 3 was available. and no value in knocking that 4 in unless you can attack that 5. So you're going to see a little bit of safety play, I think, here.
I don't mind a bit of safety, Jim. I'm sure you don't as well. It's a very valid part of the game. Touchy shot. Don't think she's got there.
Yeah, and that 4 is pretty close to the 10, so you've got to be just a little bit careful how you're going about your business here.
Oh, yeah, bit stunned behind the 10.
Yeah, she should be glued behind that 10 here.
Oh, she's not though. Okay, she's got the hook, but it's not glued.
Both players just showing me that they're a little edgy as yet. And again, it's still early, the second rack of an early morning semifinal. And I'd wager these two know each other's games pretty well too, so it just brings another element of pressure to the table.
Yeah, and let's not forget the fact that they're playing for some big dollars here. Loser of this already guaranteed 6,000. Chance to win 20 though if you win it. And there's 10,000 for the runner-up, and that's thanks to all our great sponsors. The main one being Medalla Light, based here in Puerto Rico. We've had a few of them over the, I'm sure we'll have a couple more, Jim, as well today when we finish. We've got a nice early finish today. Rums of Puerto Rico. And the tourism board of Puerto Rico as well have been very supportive of this event.
Yeah, and what a beautiful country Puerto Rico is. Fantastic weather, superb food, and the hospitality. They really have rolled out the red carpet for all these players. 44 countries, 192 players in total converged on San Juan. All made to feel very welcome.
Yeah, that 5 ball, Jim, that's what's causing all this. No one really is interested in potting this 4 ball at the moment because there's just no value in it.
No, but that's a much better shot from way there. And this isn't the easiest hit.
Well, she might make this. Well, she's gone wide. It's a good hit. But now then, is there anything she can do? Can she carom into the 5 off this 4? Let's have a look how it's ended up.
Yeah, this is a good escape. I mean, given cue ball in hand, where that 4 was, could have been real tricky. Should have been able to get the 5 into the open. So I wonder what WEI's thinking here now.
I think she just wants to make this 4 and see where she can get a decent safety played on this 5 ball, because it doesn't bank, Jim, so maybe behind the 9. No. Answers on a email, please. apassionforpool.com. Double kiss. No. Oh, that's a strange shot.
Oh, I wonder if she thinks the table might have swung just a little on her.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm not sure it did.
Yeah, impossible to tell, really. I mean, she would be the only one that would be able to give you that answer.
Well, she made contact with the 5, but hasn't really done any damage.
Oh, this is risky too. Very risky.
This reminds me of a trick shot that artistic pool players play.
She's got to find cover because that 5 has poked his nose out.
Wow, can she get enough of this to make it in the side? She's having a good look at it. So's John Lehman, look. He's having a look.
Yeah, this is close, Mark. That was a risky shot from Chou there. I'm trying to keep that 5 behind the 10, but this may slide into the side pocket.
Yeah, guaranteed to be on the 6. Just needs to concentrate on making this drop it in dead weight. Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a mistake from Chou. She's made a couple, but this one could prove pivotal as well. And how nice that is for WEI. After that foul, comes back to the table, and now with a chance to secure the second rack.
Very, very cagey. Good stuff here, early morning.
Now she'll need an angle on the 8 to slide over the other side of the table for the 9. And again, angle on the 9 to get back over for the 10. So that cue ball's going to be doing some traveling. Well, got plenty of angle here. It's got to guard against that side pocket. That's the only danger with this shot. I mean, it's not the easiest 8. She's left a little more angle than she might have liked.
Yeah.
She made it a little tougher than she needed to. I wasn't thrilled the way she played the 7.
Cheska Centino, the young Filipino, has just taken the lead and gone to the hill against Jasmine Ocean on the other semi-final. She leads 3-2 and she's breaking for the first set.
Well, that one's moving a lot faster than ours.
Oh, she's made it.
Again, slightly overcut that. Even though she spun the cue ball, if she would have made that into the heart of the pocket, she would have been a lot better positioned on this 9. Like I said, both players exhibiting signs of nerves, early nerves in this match.
Does she go for the bank here, Jim?
Well, familiarity, I think, attests to that too. But yeah, the bank is a possibility. But still to cut it in too, just means the cue ball is going to be going across the bed of the table a few times.
Wow, what a shot that was.
And coming back, how's this?
Brilliant.
How's this shot? This will go
Fabulous.
a long ways, Mark, to, you know, helping her flagging confidence get on track. Great shot, that one.
Especially after overcutting that 8 ball like she did as well, Jim. Absolutely fantastic shot. Well, what a rack that was, and how important is that going to be as we get towards the business end of this first semi-final? And we'll be back to let you know right after a couple of messages from our sponsors. Welcome back to the beautiful convention center here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Jim White is with me in the booth, and we were just talking. We've had 2 racks on this table, and they've had 5 on the other table. And that young Cheska Centino, well, Jasmine's played a part in it as well, because there's only 1 rack in it, 3-2. Jasmine Ocean down to the lady that sent her to the 1 loss side. Here we go then, Chou, after winning that very, very nervy but important rack to break off.
Yeah, there's been a lot of safety play, and I'll tell you what, that rack wasn't the best I've seen either. The way those balls split was almost like she hit a brick wall. Just no disbursement of the balls whatsoever there. Almost impossible to make a ball off the break.
Well, there's not a ball gone past the halfway point, not gone past the side pocket, Jim. Well, this could be another interesting rack, shall we say.
Well, interesting is a nice way to put it.
having said that, things could open up here with this shot.
Yeah, played that with a slow drag to kill the speed of the cue ball with bottom to hold for position on the 2. Just having a look to see what she can do with the 3. There's really no angle on this 2.
Looking at the possibility of a 3-5 combo maybe. It's not easy, is it, Jim?
No,
but I can't see what else she's got.
That might be the only aggressive option.
Yeah, that's what she's playing for.
She's right behind it.
So we were talking, or I would just said this could be a long rack. Maybe it won't be. If she makes this 5 ball, which there's a high possibility of her doing so, could be a quick rack.
Now she's got to control where that 3 goes as well.
As she held it, soon no, she didn't want to hit it too hard, did she? Can she get to the potting angle, Jim? I'm not sure she can. Yes, she can. This is good. Twist it in with a little bit of left-hand English, maybe. Oh, WEI.
A wayward cue ball there. And she's got herself in trouble. The only insurance policy is in the middle of the table, where the 4 is locked up with the 8. So she'd like to contact this, but she has to feel like she might still get a bit of a chance, even with the 7 and the 8 in the middle. But she does not want to give cue ball in hand to Chou.
There's a chance of her making this, Jim. If she catches it right, it can go in the side. That's what she's checking now, working out refractions.
Yeah, and she called for her extension. So important to hit this. Mission accomplished, even though she's left it.
It was the side of the cue ball she wanted to hit to get separation, wasn't it? But unfortunately caught it a little bit too thick. But as you said, Jim, that 7 and 8 are a problem at the moment.
Yeah, you can see that's exactly what Chou's looking at. What angle on the 6 to try and open those up.
She'd love an angle on this 4 ball to just graze the 7 on the way past. I'm not sure she's got that or not. No, she didn't have that angle. Now then, wants an angle on this 6 ball. Well, she's got a little bit, Jim.
Now, does she attempt trying to draw off this and open these up? Risky.
2 choices. She can either follow with a little bit of... she's drawing. It's all about this shot, Jim. Missed it.
Yeah, she was trying to open them up.
And now, probably just very thin off the edge of this 7 ball. Try and get some cover behind the 10. Must make a row, remember. That's pretty good. Couldn't have done much more than that,
No,
Jim.
that's real good, as good as she could have done. Hoping to buy herself a chance on the 7. Those are tricky little shots. Trying to feather the ball with spin. Got to allow for that deflection off the Q-tip.
And I don't think she's got an extension left either, has she? Three Asians in the semi-finals, 1 European.
Just below 10 seconds, so she's got to pull the trigger here pretty quick.
3. Oh, it was a good shot, good hit. Got separation, Jim. What a great shot that was.
Yeah, she'll be delighted with that. I'm sure Chou was hoping for an opportunity with a good safety she played, but you know, getting out of the mud way there.
It's the old
Great effort.
It's the old snooker shot here, Jim. Up and down with the 7 ball.
It's as good a shot as any, Mark, but she's having to look at the thin cut, possibly to try and find cover behind one of the colors at the opposite end of the table.
It's a touchy shot. Oh, she went the thin route. Has she got any cover? Well, it's a pretty decent shot, but WEI is going to be having a go at this, Jim. 100%.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Not bad under the circumstances, but it's a free swing really for Wei Chen. Oh, it's close. It was so close.
Would have been a rack winner if she got it.
Perfect cue ball. Jasmine Ocean has just levelled things up in the other women's semi-final. They're now Hill 3-3. Ocean and Cheska. Oh, well, I saw it on its way and I thought, it's not going to go in the side, is it? It did. What a mistake that is. And to be fair, Jim, that is one of the, you know, the scratches that...
It's the most common that you see, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
When that ball is so near a corner pocket, it's never easy to negotiate the angles, and she had to play it that way. She had to bring that side pocket into the shot, and sadly for her, it devoured the cue ball.
Well, I think with Sin, from these first 3 racks, that this is you're gonna have to fight if you want to place in this year's final, because these two are really going at it. And WEI 2-1 ahead.
Yeah, and it's looking like one of those matches, Mark, where it's just survival, isn't it? Been a lot of mistakes from both players. We're only 3 racks in, so this is just about digging in, grinding it out, grinding out that win.
Well, I'll tell you who else is grinding out.
And we're going to be coming right back. Stay with us, folks. Welcome back, everyone, and apologies for firing off to that fast break. We had to get out of here fast, and we're back. 2-1 the score. WEI benefiting from that scratch on the 7 ball from Chou. Gift wrap that rack. But it's been a grind out there.
Well, that's a better rack, Jim. Got some movement on the balls this time, but there's a shot on the 1 for Chou. Who's going to take the initiative?
Look at the power there, bending that shaft on her break cue. Just creamed those balls.
Yeah, no reward. Doesn't seem right, does it, Jim?
No one ever said it had to be fair. But you're right, though, Mark. A chance here for Chou. Thin 1. Should drop onto the 2 nicely.
Oh, well.
She hasn't been the luckiest in this match in the early going.
Well, I bet my house she goes for the jump stick here. Yeah, didn't waste any time, did she? Still fancy to make this, Jim, and look at the 310 after it. Isn't it amazing how things can turn around?
Parked that one. Couldn't really have hit that one any better. And as you said, possibility of a 310. It needs to be made. It's not set.
Look at that. Perfect execution.
Now, does she try and play this with a modicum of safety in mind as well? And in her mind, is it worth the risk? Safety wouldn't be too difficult if she opted for the safe here.
Yeah, easy one, isn't it, behind the 8 ball? She's called in it, Jim. She's going for this. It's not easy.
Yeah, you always try and play these where you're trying to keep the percentages working for you. Me, I would be trying to take that cue ball over towards the 7 in the hopes that if I miss the 10, I might find cover. That was kind of a slash. I thought she'd play it with a little bit more control, but she hasn't left anything easy.
Yeah, 4 blocking the path. The 3 ball.
Yeah, it just seems like every rack has presented us with challenges, and just neither one of these ladies have gotten into a flow yet.
Jasmine Ocean has just taken the first set against Cesca Centino. 1 foot in the final, Jim, for the lady from Austria.
Yeah, they've played 7 racks over there. We've played 3. A testament again to how this match is being played compared to that one. And the balls are dictating that. Good containing shot, that one.
Yeah, well controlled. Very interesting battle between 2 ladies who don't want to give an inch here. Should be calling the corner pocket. Kicking this one rail. Good hit, good solid hit. More, the 8 balls in. It's not a foul, but it gives WEI the choice, but she's not going to give this back, of course.
Yeah, but unless she tries, and I don't know whether she can make this 3 off the 7 into the side pocket. Looks like the 7 just a little too far out to be able to play that shot. So maybe just try and draw straight back and get that cue ball behind the 4.
cover.
That'll
between
do.
The 10 and the 6.
She was always controlling the 3 as well off the 2 cushions. That was always going to be up near the middle of the table, the top end.
Yeah, 2 rail kick, call aside. There's a chance here, Jim. Big pocket with a 7 there. Now then, this is a chance. Well, Ralph Souquet is on a mission this week. He beat Fedor Gorst last night, and he's 3-0 up against the Polish player Daniel Maciel. On the Salto Comino is level hill in the first set with Copigny. Roberto Gomez 2-1 ahead, and Cachi and Biardo locked at 2-2. Oh, that's a good shot, dragged it. How's the cue ball? Well, she's okay, I think. Or is she?
Yeah, this is close. I'm not so sure. Strange shot selection there.
She's okay, Jim, look, look. There's daylight.
Yeah, she's smiling. I think she feels like she was a little fortunate. It's a good shot on the 3, but to play it that way, I mean, she almost had to be a little lucky getting by that 10 and the 6 to leave the 4 on, and she was. Good shot there. Yeah, straighten that one up with right hand spin. Well, she's got this rack by the throat. And it should take her to the hill.
She's no stranger to a Pro Billiard Series final. Made it in Michigan, beaten by Kelly Fisher.
And this is the last stop for the year, isn't it, on the Pro Billiards, the Predator Pro Billiards Series?
I'm going to miss you, Jim. Maybe we can reunite in Vegas in February.
Not a bad place to reunite. Worst places to be in February than Las Vegas, that's for sure.
Yeah, England's one of them.
Canada in the winter's not exactly a holiday spot either, unless you're a skier. And 3-1 confirmed. WEI, one of the better racks she's played. Still going back. That nice shot she played on the 3. It was risky. It paid off, and she took it home. And on the hill.
Yeah, WEI came through the easy way, or the easier way, shall we say. The winner's side hasn't lost a match, but she's had a couple of, you know, big scalps along the way. She started off with a win over Alexandra Andres, and then Rubelin Armit was her next victim. WEI beat her on a shootout, and then Kristina Zleteva last night in the quarterfinals. Before that, she had another scalp, Kristina, to catch, who was on a mission as well, Jim. So she's come the hard way.
Yes, and actually that to catch match that WEI ended up winning was played on this table. And the commentary matches I've done, I haven't seen Chou play on this table yet. I've got to believe she has, though.
Yep, I commentated her and Kelly yesterday in the quarter-final. Kelly never really got going yesterday in that quarter-final. It's a good break. No reward though, Jim. But no shot for Yu Chou either. There's the 2 big wigs from the WPBA there, look. Dean Raisler. Sat next to him, Jerry Stuckart, who is the tournament director for this particular event.
It's nice to see they get up early.
Well, Jerry he's got up literally. He's gone and left him. Look, he's going, where are you going? We're on camera and you've gone and left. Well, that's a strange shot. She's left to go at this.
I'm just wondering if she can play this one into the colors in the middle of the table and just elevate a little and hold that cue ball behind the 5.
As soon as I mentioned Jerry and Dean, they disappeared. Perhaps they're not supposed to be here. Yeah, good cover.
Nice option there too. Got a wall of colors to hide behind.
Airborne again. She loves a jump shot, doesn't she?
Got to be careful if that one's so near that rail. Got to keep the cue ball on the table.
I noticed, Jim, she's one of the very few players that doesn't wear a glove. Chou, did you ever wear a glove?
Only when I was shoveling snow.
Digging yourself out of trouble. Oh, it's gone wide. So that's safety.
Yeah, that was a bad shot, a bad miss, and that was a big ball near the cushion too. And that could be costly. Everything's in the open here, Mark. That's a costly miss.
Yeah.
3-4 might be the only hurdle that I can see WEI needing to get over. She's already thinking about it. From the 3-4, thinking 4 shots ahead right now.
It's okay. Just a slight angle. That's all she needs. Played that nicely, Jim. Didn't expect that. I thought she was going to stun.
I like the way she's played that. She's perfect now to drop onto the 4, right on that line where she's showing you with her cue. And if she gets on the 4 nice, the rest are sitting ducks. Just doesn't want to be hampered cueing over that 7, and I think she's okay.
Yeah. 8 ball could come into it here. I think she's going to draw past it though. Looking good for the first set.
Yeah, and she's been marginally better for me in this first set than has Chou.
Yeah, she's certainly won the safety battles as well. Perfect. Looking solid.
Now that missed escape attempt from Chou could be conclusive.
Be careful here.
Stretching a little.
All ball fouls. We're playing. Right in the heart of the pocket. Never in doubt. Nice angle on the 8. Taking her over towards the 9 ball. Looks like it's going to be a 4-1 scoreline, Jim, in the first set, but it doesn't really reflect. You know, it's not been a runaway, has it? It's been very closely contested.
Just too many errors from Chou. She wasn't terribly lucky in that set either. Never want to have to rely on luck to determine the winner.
Jasmine Ocean has set up and 1-1 in the second set against Cheska Centeno.
So this 10 to secure the opening set and guarantee her of no worse than a shootout to determine the finalist. But a decisive victory, that one. 4-1, WEI over Chou.
And we're going to go for a short break, guys, and we'll be back with set number 2 very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Gives us a chance to have a look at the lovely convention centre here, Jim, in San Juan.
Yeah, easily one of the nicest venues that I've been fortunate enough to come and see, Mark. It really is spectacular here. I just can't say enough about the city and flying in. It's just stunning. The weather's been unbelievable. People so friendly.
If you look on the tables, look there, the young girl there. The juniors have started today, and it's the World 9-Ball Junior Championships.
Got a young Canadian girl, Hannah Coulier. She's out there from Montreal, 18 years of age. Her mom was actually in tears. She's so nervous for her daughter today.
Oh.
And I just tried to help her, and I said, you know, just enjoy it. Go out. I mean, you're in Puerto Rico. It's beautiful here. Have fun. Enjoy it. And I said, it's okay to just get a little mean, you know, because you are competing, but, you know, embrace it. Have fun. What else do you tell an 18-year-old?
Yeah, you know, if you can't have fun at 18, Jim, when are you going to have fun? And if you're good at a sport, how good is that?
Yeah, no kidding. She won the Canadian Junior And she's here staying with a couple American girls, so you know, a little bit of bonding going on too with some of your fellow competitors. It's just a great experience.
What were you doing at age 18? Do you remember? Can you remember that far back,
You
Jim?
mean when my dad was bailing me out of jail? You know something funny enough?
Were you a good
No,
boy?
I
Were you
was,
a naughty
I
boy?
was way too good, Mark. I mean, I led such a sheltered life. I was naive. I obviously I was playing snooker when I was very young, and but I was pretty lucky. I didn't have to work too hard with the academic side of things. And there you see a look at some of the equipment that's being used out there. Predator product front and center with most of the competitors. But I you know, my dad hauled me out of the billiard rooms a few times, skipping school, and all I remember is being in the principal's office and the vice principal shaking his finger at me saying, "We know you can do better." They couldn't kick me out of school. I was on the honor roll. I just didn't have to attend classes that often. So
Wow.
I'm a little fortunate that way. I wouldn't wish that on my kids, I'll tell you. I didn't grow up, you know, adopting a real good work ethic.
So just waiting for Chou to come back. Wait. He's
So-
sitting in a chair, feeling
and-
quite comfortable, I
and-
think, after that set win.
And now, what about you? I mean, you and I have met for the first time here at this event, and I was saying to you earlier, you know, I feel like I've known you for years, Mark.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, Jim, you just meet people. I mean, we've got a lot in common because I too come from a snooker background. I was playing snooker snooker, should I say, since age 7. When I first watched a program called Pot Black, and it was on a Monday night, and it was one frame of snooker, and it was in black and white as well. Can you imagine that, watching snooker in black and white?
Did you know I played in Pot Black?
No, I didn't.
In 1980. I lost to Thorburn in the final of Pot Black.
You Canadians coming over to England, taking over our tournaments.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the year that Cliff Thorburn won the World Championship as well.
That's how I got the invite. I got to the quarterfinals of the World Championship that year, and the last 8 in the World Championship at the Crucible were invited into Pot Black, and it was in Birmingham, and I remember it well.
Yep, Pebble Mill Studios. That's where it was. So back to the action then. Wei breaking off with a slight advantage. Well, a slight advantage. 1 foot in the final. Lead 1-0.
Just really does have a thunderous break.
Yeah, and she's going to make a ball. She's made 2 balls. And look at the 1. Look at all of the balls. Well, 1 to the 2. If she gets on that 2 ball, Jim, once again, the carbon fibre bending.
Yeah, there's no reason she shouldn't be able to get on the 2 here. Just got to flick this 1 in, get the cue ball back up towards the middle, 2 to the bottom corner.
Yeah, check the cue ball up. She did it a bit thin though. Is she going to be awkward over the... No, she's not. Well, it's a little bit of a long distance shot. All
Yeah,
she has to do is make it, Jim.
She caught that a little thinner than you wanted, Mark. You're exactly right, because now she's a little further from this 2 than she planned. So this is a test of cueing for Wei.
Yeah.
Got to stay still, and especially just raising the back end a little bit too. She tries to thump this one in and stun that cue ball forward. Got to stay dead still.
Like that, you mean?
Just about like that. Great shot. What a message that sends.
Oh, right in the heart of the pocket. Beautiful cueing. Wasn't easy. Tremendous shot. And it's opened up this first rack for her. She's just got to roll this in. Well, it's okay.
Still a bad miss. I mean, she had this rack at her mercy.
Wow. actually thought that went in, Jim. I took my eye off it for a second and it wasn't in.
I'll have to hit the reset button now. She's left an edge of this 3 sticking out. She can use that 10. I wonder if she's
called the 10. I wonder.
I was going to say, has she come and had a look at the combination? This is a chance.
Well, she played it because the pace she played it. Good two-way.
She's left the window between the 4 and the 8.
Yeah, can you believe it? No window there. 2-rail kick. Call the side pocket. Get distance. Good hit, but not good enough.
Yeah, it's a big butt. Chance for Chou here. She dropped the first set 4-1. We never really saw anything of what she was capable of, so we'll see if she can put that right here in the second set.
Yes, won the World Women's 10 ball in Austria earlier on in the year. Don't win that, Jim, unless you can play the game. Oh, wow, she's struggling. And a chance now for WEI.
You know, Mark, if you remember your words at the start of this match, and even before we went to air, I asked you what you thought about this match, and you said it was pretty close. It's just whichever one of them is ready. Right now, it only looks like one of them is ready. Morning matches are not for everybody.
Jesus Asensio has taken the first set against Roberto Gomez, 4-2. Maciel has come back against Suke. They're level at 3-3. Ko Pinyi has taken the first set against Jonas Salto Comino. Nice shot. Men's semi-finals up next on the 2 stream tables, and then we have the women's final for you at 2 p.m. Who's going to be in it? It's going to be one of 4 people: Chou, WEI, Ocean, or Cheska.
Electing to play this into the corner. A little bit tougher shot, but more positional rewards.
Nice. That's really nicely played, isn't it? Showing she knows her way around the table okay. Cheska on the hill and at the table in the other semi.
Yeah, WEI just kind of talking to herself a little bit. I think just trying to keep herself focused. She's got her opponent a little out of sorts, and you don't want to get dragged down.
So it's going to continue pretty much the way the last set finished.
Yeah, the first rack, second set. And again, WEI dictating the pace here.
A great final day here today for the men's and the women's Medalla Light Puerto Rico Opens. But of course, tomorrow we have the World Championships of 8-ball. 128 players, Jim, will be competing for a title that hasn't been up for grabs for 10 years. And the reigning champion, Chang Jung Lin, and he's back to defend that title. But there's lots of other big names. Shane Van Boning's in town, Jason Shaw's in town, and of course all the other great players that have been playing in this event as well. There you see the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series, which is, well, it's growing. And they're held alongside the League Championships, the CSI League BCA Championships in Michigan, Ohio, Arizona we've had as well, Wisconsin. Bless you, Jim. Referee John Lehman. Now, a little story about John. Kelly Fisher has actually raised about $500 for a charity to chop that little ponytail off. And she's been threatening to do it for the last 3 years, but she's told me this morning she's got her scissors in her bag. It's going, Jim, it's going. Would you like that? I'd stick it on top. I need a little bit of that.
I'll chop it off for half that.
Right, back to the serious business of the semi-final. WEI breaking off 1-up, second set. Four Rayla drops in, shot on the 1. Yes. 6-7, gone awkward. 3, awkward. What say you, Jim?
Well, 1 and 2, no problem. And I don't see any easy path to be able to dislodge the 6 and the 7.
Breaking news. Cheska Centino and Jasmine Ocean in a shootout, a repeat of the first match they played. If you want to watch that, guys, head over to our Facebook page, Predator. And you can see that shootout and how it goes. If you want to stick with this one, I'll keep you up to date as well.
She's left lots of angle on this. Gonna have to spin that cue ball, try and get it back out. If she can get it in behind that 3, take a lot of spin on that cue ball, but what a shot it would be. Looks like it's on. Get the 3 to the same pocket.
Oh, you called it, Jim. Well, she's knocked it out.
I think that was the intention. Just cut this a little thin. She was trying to spin that around to get after that 3 and get behind it. Not a bad effort.
Yeah, Jasmine Ocean, 2-1 down in the shootout, but she has her shot to come. She was in an epic shootout last night with Wang, won it 7-6. And she actually told me she enjoys the shootout. She thinks it's great for the sport, Jasmine. So
great for the fans.
And Ocean misses her second shot, so advantage Cheska in that shootout.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Can the young Filipino beat Jasmine Ocean twice for a place in the final? What a story that would be. And Centino, oh, she almost scratched in the side, but she made her spot shot. Sorry, Jim, I'm watching 2 tables here. Ocean has to make this 1. If she doesn't make this 10 ball, Cheska will go through to the final. Back to this one. I don't know which table to watch, Jim. it's a good jump, almost scratched. Got away with it. Well, she's left this 3 on, and it's a chance.
Yeah, it's a big chance.
And Cheska has done it. No, sorry, that was Ocean. She's made it, sorry. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm
getting
nervous.
excited, Mark.
Oh.
Passion for pool.
I'm not watching. I'm not watching anymore. Oh, nicely played.
Yeah, killing the speed of the cue ball. She really does have a nice stroke when she plays that shot.
Yeah, it's all over. Send Cheska.
Ensuring to leave a little angle. She's going to have to elevate here. Stun this 5 down. And she won't be terribly bothered being near that side cushion. She's on the 6 nicely. And she's one of the taller ladies, but even as tall as she is, she needs the extension into that butt of the cue to be able to reach this comfortably. At the perfect angle to bring the cue ball down for the 9. And with it, she's going to give herself a 2-0 lead in the second set.
Yeah, in it goes, Jim. And we can confirm Cheska Centeno, the young Filipino, is into the final of the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Women's Championships. Congratulations. She's beaten Jasmine Ocean twice.
And who will she face? Right now it's looking like Chou Chen Wei. We've got way too many chews and cheese here. But Wei looking good, 2-0.
Yeah, and we're going to go for a short break to gather ourselves again. We'll see you soon. And we're back. Well, recovering from the, I wouldn't say it's a big shock because we all know how good the young Filipino is, but I'll say it again, to beat Jasmine Ocean twice in a tournament, Jim, you're some player, and we'll be seeing her in the final. And this girl at the table breaking now, Wei Chu Chen, known as Wei to all her friends on the circuit, breaking off to go on the hill, hoping to get into the final.
Well, a rare chance yet again. Falls to Chou, and she needs to take advantage of this.
Hasn't really strung many balls together this morning, this young lady at the table. But don't be fooled, she's the reigning World Women's 10-ball champion.
Well, it can turn. Winner's break format. And again, they're short races. She's 2-0 down in the second set.
Yeah, you feel she's got to win this rack, Jim, isn't she?
Oh, absolutely. Knock these in, and a good break in the next. She can get right back on song.
Yeah, that's perfect. Play it to the corner. Draw back for the 4-5. The Arcos 2 balls. Purple 4, orange 5.
Just got to be a little careful with this.
Yeah, the 4 ball going to be going away from that corner. Where do you think she'll be playing it, Jim? Into the top? Or can she hold it there? Wow, what she played there? She was trying to get it off the back of the 5, was she?
The way she held her cue, she was going into the cushion. It looked like she tried to make that off the 5, cushion 5 and in, but just never really committed to the shot.
Yeah, just strange one. No shot on the 4.
WEI's got to be a little careful here too, because even the way that she plays this, she doesn't want to leave her opponent an aggressive option in terms of a safety.
And she's got to hit this right, because she could scratch off it as well. She's got to be very careful here. This is a horrible little shot to have to play, isn't it? Can she double kiss it in? No. That's about all she could do, Jim, I think.
Yeah, not too bad, actually.
It's a nice shot, isn't it? It's got her opponent thinking anyway. These are the situations where the referee starts to earn his corn as well. She's got to stay aware here. Remember, a ball must touch a rail after hitting the ball on. Now, has she left a little piece of this?
Huge mistake.
She's left it, Jim, hasn't she?
It's been a comedy of errors, really, from Chou to this point. It's a horrible shot. And 5 right there.
That was a real gift, wasn't it? So that clever little safety shot that WEI played forced the error, and now this is the key shot.
Yeah, for me, Chou's just never really got in sync, not from the outset. First few racks were very scrappy indeed.
We mentioned the early hour, 10 a.m., and who wakes up quickest? Well, the young lady at the table has woken up much quicker and does deserve the lead she's got, and this could be 3-0 now.
Big shot right now, because that cue ball is going to drop on the 8 if she gets a 7, but it's finished pretty close to that side pocket, and she's gathering her focus. It's all on this one, and she knows it. Very nice shot.
Yeah, very nice.
Like I said, she knew she was going to drop onto the 8. And right now, she's done all the work to secure the rack. Just got to put the finishing touches on it.
Daniel Maciel, Ko Pin-Yi, Jesus Asensio all got 1 foot in the final. They've all won their opening sets. Kachi against Biardo are 3-3. Here, this looks like going 3-0. Would have liked to have gone just a little bit further, but it's okay.
Capitalizing on yet another Chou mistake, and it's a 3-0 advantage. She's already got the first set in the bank.
Yeah, and money in the bank. Both of these players are guaranteed 6,000, but they'd love a shot at the 20,000.
And it is an uphill battle now for Chou. All to do. She can't afford any more mistakes, so if she's ever going to find her game, there's no time like the present.
Yeah, I think that water's tasting pretty sweet at the moment for Wei Chu Chen. And a bitter taste in the mouth of Yu Chao at the moment. Can't be feeling good. Set down, 3-0 down, Jim. Can Wei Wen, there's her biggest fan there, look, Kelly Fisher. Lived with Wei Wei for 2 years in China. There she is, beaten by Chou yesterday.
Yeah, Kelly has owned the Predator Pro Billiard Series, hasn't she? More dominant than any lady.
Yeah, she's won 4 out of 5. And she's not going to make it 5 out of 6 because Chou knocked her out yesterday in the quarters. Kelly just didn't turn up yesterday. Well, it's Chou that hasn't turned up today, Jim.
Another monstrous break, but no joy in terms of position to the 1. 3 balls down.
No shot though. What's she going to do here, Jim?
She's going to push out, just looking at an area that she can take that cue ball to, so as to leave Chou some concerns.
Yeah, that's not a bad place there, is it? Play off the 7. Leave the cue ball down by this corner pocket. Give her half of the 1 to look at.
Got to stay positive. Not easy to do when so little has gone right.
Oh, she's really giving this a lot of thought. Yeah, it's okay there as well, isn't it? She still wants to leave it down here by the looks of it. She's used a lot of time on this. Clever shot. I wondered how she was actually going to get there. Lots of left-hand English. She's left her a look at this 1 ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if she gave it back to her. She's put that where it is very difficult. Safety's not straightforward. Certainly the pot, extremely low percentage.
Could play it down by the 8 and the cue ball maybe get behind the 3.
That's the only defensive option I can see here.
I think that's what she's going for. No, she's giving it back, Jim, as you said she might.
Well, she's only got that 1 shot and using the 3 as a blocker.
I mean, normally when you push out as a player, you have got some kind of idea of what you might do if you do get it back. So it's interesting to see now what was in Wei's mind when she did it. thin off it. Well, that's a pretty good shot as well. If she can get...
Yeah, it was just a containing shot. I didn't think she could see that much of the one.
I didn't either.
But it's still, you know, it's the type of shot where you're just trying to limit what your opponent can do. But there's an outside possibility. This is on. It's a thin cut. It is on.
Great shot. Look at this. Is she going to get a nice little... Oh, she's gone past it. What a shot that is.
Tremendous shot. And this will go a long ways to helping her flagging confidence. And she needs something good to happen. Drawing and spinning that cue ball. Pretty good shot. Needs the right angle. If she can get this 3, she needs the right angle on that 6 to attack that 7.
Nice shot. Perfect angle on the 6 as well, Jim, as you suggested.
Just a quick glance. It looked like that 7 may be available to the corner she's nearest. If it is, she can pull that cue ball right over in behind it.
Bit strong. It's a bit strong. Oh, it's okay. It's just that when a ball is tight, it's nice to be behind it, isn't it?
Yeah, she can play a real good aggressive safety here. Just marry that cue ball to the 8. And taking the side cushions out of the equation for an easy hit. And she has to feel like she's going to buy herself another chance here.
Yeah, WEI, I would say, though, is one of the best kickers in the women's game.
Well, that's going to be tested with this shot because this is not an easy escape. It's one thing to hit that 7, another to get it safe. She's going to be playing it at speed. That's the only thing I can tell you with certainty.
Yeah, 2 rails and get behind it will be the plan. Oh, she's caught the point. Did she catch the edge of the pocket? Chance then, Jim.
Yeah, it was a good safety. Very good safety from Chou.
Just be patient. I'm sure she'll get another chance. We've only seen 1 break from Chou. Actually 2, sorry. She won the lag, didn't she? And then won another rack.
Well, the whitewash is averted. 3-1, still in favor of WEI.
Yeah, and we're going to go away, but we'll be back soon after a very short break. And we're back. Chou to break. Got a rack back, Jim. Averted danger for now anyway.
Well, she needs to crank it up with this break. She hasn't been breaking very well. The limited action she's had with this shot.
Oh, wow, she's scratched in the side. And look at the 10. Look at the 10, Jim. 110 to finish it early.
Yeah, possible.
Oh, she's going to be all over this. Wow.
Straight into the side.
As soon as she sees that 10 going over there, you think, no, she's not going to go for it anyway.
Yeah, she's looking at it, though, Mark. Trust me.
If it was just an inch over, she would be definitely looking at it. Well, she's...
just a little too far away from that side pocket where it's a little thin.
Oh, with ball in hand, though.
I mean, everything's in the open. She plays a good positional shot here. Gets back out onto that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at them. They're all there.
Yeah, agree.
And she's called the extension, and it's been given. Just one good positional shot.
She's put it so she can't reach it.
That looks good.
Yeah, perfect. So 2 to the 3, no problem. 3 to the 4, no problem. 5 waiting by the 4. 6 available. Everything's in the open, Jim.
Yeah, as close as that 10 landed to the side pocket. There was never going to be an early finish here. Oh.
Why did she play it like that?
The first one and the last one, the toughest to win. And I think she may have saw the finish line a little too soon there.
Really got into that, didn't she?
Yeah, and a good point. She didn't need to play it.
She could have just come back like a couple of feet. Maybe a little bit of tension.
Rush of blood.
Yeah.
Good safety, good containing shot. That one from Chou.
Yeah, and now look, she's got to hit this one. Because if she doesn't, it will be Chou taking the 210 for sure. So this is a must hit. Okay, you'd expect her to hit it, but she's got to get it safe as well.
And she's called the 10. Well, I think you're right, Mark. I think it's going to be Chou calling the 10.
Well, I've seen stranger things.
I'll tell you, this one's a long ways from over, and now a couple seeds of doubt have been planted in WEI's mind because she's had a good look at the finish line.
I still can't believe that WEI didn't take on that 110, because I thought with ball in hand, Jim, it was odds on. I think the percentages of running out or taking that 110, I think.
Well, she had a chance, though, regardless, Mark.
Let's just bring you up to date with the men's quarterfinals. We've already seen, of course, the other women's semi-final winner, Cesca Centino. She is awaiting the winner of this one. Cachi has taken the first set against Carlo Biardo. Jesus Asensio has taken the first set against Roberto Gomez and is on the hill in the second. Ko Pinyi has taken the first set against Jonas Salto Comino from Spain, and they are 2-2 in the second set. And Ralph Souquet, after being 3-0 up in the first set, eventually lost it 4-3, but he's 2-1 up in the second set. So still no nearer really to knowing who is going to be in the men's semi-finals on these two very tables, the two mainstream tables next. Well, this one isn't over yet either. Big break, makes the 5. Oh, how has that 5 not gone in? It's dry. No shot on the one, so just a safety. But she'll be rocking a little bit now from looking very, very comfortable at 3-0 up, Jim, and at the table.
No, too
It's
true.
Turned round.
She's looking at the options to play safe here, and they're numerous. She's showing you where she'd like to run with the cue ball. Thin clip on the right-hand side, spin that white around the angles. Try and find cover behind these colors. Well, she's found that gap, so she should be behind the brown, and she is. The short cue's coming out.
Yeah, she's used that a lot today. She's going to use it again. Has to be careful here though. There's a scratch on. She's called it in the right hand corner. Doesn't want to go too thin on this, Jim. Up, up, and away. Good hit, very good hit. Well, it's in the open. Looked like she was going to get behind the 3 at one stage there. Just came out again though. Steadying herself, getting on the line of the shot.
Mark, that's exactly what she's doing. She's going to have to elevate just slightly again, because she's got to hold that cue ball if she wants to try and bank the 2 after this.
Nice.
Well, she's electing to play that 2 into the corner pocket. Tough shot.
Yeah, needs to put some right hand English on it as well, Jim, to, unless she wants to leave a longer 3.
Well, if she gets this, she'll drop on the 3.
Are we seeing a big turnaround? This to go. I mean, of course, there's still work to do, Jim, but it's the 4 is available.
Yeah, this match has done an about face on WEI. Of that, there is no doubt.
Anywhere along the line, the cue ball is on now, is fine. Well, we thought we were going for an early lunch. Could turn into supper.
Well, that's perfect. Just spin this in.
What an incredible format this is. You just can't take your eyes off it. You can't let your concentration wane one little bit.
Well, you have to wonder what's going through WEI's mind right now, because she really has lost the handle on this match. And it can't be easy sat in that chair watching your opponent knock the balls in after mistake that you've made.
Yeah, and oddly enough, Chou will be feeling the better of the 2 right now. She'd take a shootout in a heartbeat.
And you know, I'd be curious to know, interesting you mentioned that, I'd be curious to know what the percentage is of shootout winners that won the second set.
Higher than the ones that lost. Very interesting you asked that. I've asked to say, oh dear, oh dear.
You know, we'd pretty much given her that one.
Well, there you saw Kelly Fisher in the background gesturing. She couldn't believe it that She's missed that.
Yeah, she just completely fell off her cue. Just some shocking shots that we've seen missed. Seen some great shots, but it's been as much a case of what's not been made as what has.
Yeah, very, very nervy from the start, wasn't it, this one? I can safely say, Mr. White, that whoever plays Cesca Centino in the final out of these two is going to have to play better than they've played in this particular match if they're to lift the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Women's Open title for 2022.
I would have to concur.
Well, you must think it's all over now. Nicely on this 10 ball. Coming up next are the men's semi-finals, and then at 2 p.m. it's going to be WEI against Cesca Centino. Chou already out of her seat, ready to congratulate her. In it goes. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you, Jim White, so much for being with us. I'm Mark White. I'm going to go and have a lie down for a few minutes. See you soon, guys.